Okay, today on Throwback Thursday, we're going to talk about The Sculptor by Scott McCloud. Okay, I know what you guys are saying. How is this a Throwback Thursday? It isn't. I mean, well, technically I could argue with you and, you know, we could get into a comment war, which I would love, because I got one comment from a really great guy whose name is escaping me right now, but Simon's going to put his name on here because he was a really cool guy and I'm going to follow some of his recommendations later. But The Sculptor did come out, came out about a month ago. So that's a throwback as far as I'm concerned. Time has already moved on. So, what's The Sculptor about? It's about 400 pages. Thank you. I'll see you next week. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, The Sculptor's about a guy who is a sculptor. Big surprise. He's a sculptor who was popular for like a fleeting moment and has been nothing for years. And he's pretty much given up on his life and pretty much given up on what he's going to be able to do. Until he meets his like great uncle Morty, or I can't even remember the guy's name, but it's actually a personification of death appearing as his uncle and making him a deal. He goes, "I will give you the ability to sculpt anything with your hands," and that means like X-Men type powers. Like you could walk up to something on the ground and sculpt it into something. He says, "I will give you this power, but the only thing is, you're only going to live for 200 days. When you hear this premise, it sounds like it's going to be like some kind of sci-fi book, but it's really not a sci-fi book. It's really a book about a guy learning what matters in life. Now, to him, what matters in the beginning is making a name for himself as a sculptor and being remembered in perpetuity for what he's done in that realm. But the journey he goes through in the book is finding out that everyday life and the art, the little moments we share with people and those we love have much more importance than being famous, because what really lasts? What really lasts? And the book, I don't know if it fully answers that question, and I don't know if it's really the job of art or the job of Scott McCloud to answer that question for you, and I don't really want to ruin the book for you. But enough to say, I didn't think it was a perfect book, but I thought it's better than 99% of the books out there. And it's important because it does pose to us in this sort of Facebook, Instagram, pictogram crap universe we live in, where everything is captured and everything is status updates and everything like that. The most important things in life are the things you can't quantify or capture in that way. And The Sculptor succeeds wildly in that aspect. He does stuff with the sequential art, especially towards the end, where he literally tries to capture a whole life flashing before your eyes. He captures that within like a 5-page section. And that part alone just said to me, this is an exceptional work, and this is a work that needs to be read by other people. But I want you guys to read it, and if you like what I've said, please subscribe, and remember that we at Comic Impact love you very, very, very much.